I've come to realize that life truly won't give you what you really want unless you truly fight for it. But the thing is that we have to realize life can be really short. It might seem long at times, but life can be quite short. I remember when I graduated from high school, I had a teammate of mine that had passed away. It was like 21 or 20, I believe. But at that time, like I really didn't think too much of it. I was kind of just shocked at the moment and was like, dang, I we just got into university and things were kind of moving fast in my life at the time. I was just kind of letting other things take control. I got classes and school and all that stuff. So everything at that point, I kind of didn't have time to, or I kind of didn't process it the way that I process it now. Like when I process it now, I think about it, I'm like, dang, well, my teammate, certain things that he never got to experience, he never got to see. And it was like his life was kind of just gone in a flash. And when I think about that moment, I think about everything that I've done to this point and everything that I do want to accomplish. And sometimes I'm thinking, well, why am I still standing here in this point? Or why am I still standing or doing something that I'm not truly, drawn to or that I just desire? And when I think about it from that standpoint, it really pushes me to truly go after things that say I wouldn't feel comfortable doing or just taking my chances at something, taking these super risky decisions because that's what's truly going to bring the best out of me, I feel. First thing you need to realize is that are you waiting on something or are you fearing something truly? There's a lot of things that I feel like I feared and a lot of things that I kind of was hesitant to take chances on because in the past I wasn't truly confident in certain things. I wasn't confident in, I would say a lot of the things that I was already doing. So me taking chances on something I definitely didn't feel comfortable about, that's something I couldn't wrap my head around. Disguising the waiting as fear. And I don't want to disguise the waiting as fear. I want fear to be something that truly drives me. Like when I fear something now, it's like I gotta get after this thing. If this is making me uncomfortable, or if this is making me feel like, you know what, should I take a chance on? That's when I need to take the chance. Truly, that's how I feel like. That's how I think now, and I feel like when I think that way, and when those things do happen, it turns out to be some of the best situations that I could have put myself in. And I thank myself after, and I'm like, dang, I did that, and I was so hesitant to do it because I was just so fearful. And there's a lot of times where, you kind of fail at things and it's like you kind of just don't want to try again. Or you fail at things and when it comes to you trying other things out, you're kind of like, well, I failed at this. This is probably going to have the same outcome. And that's not really true. Like there's so many different outcomes that you could have and that's why I feel like it's so necessary to try so many things, especially if you're starting at a young age. Like say you want to be entrepreneur or you want to make money different type of ways, or if you just want to say accomplish something, want something that you're just deep into, a hobby or something like that, you have to try those things because you never know how it's going to turn out. The truth is, like, you'll never feel completely ready to take chances. Last year I had left to travel to different places and I truly didn't feel ready to make that move. When I was thinking to myself and I was like, man, I need to get out. Like I need to change the pace. Like things aren't going the way that I want to go. And I feel stuck in this position. And at this point, I just need to go. Sometimes your body is telling you, your gut feeling is telling you that you just need to dip and you need to go. And sometimes you have to take those chances. And it's not necessarily running from things, but at the same time, it's something that you might need to do to help process a lot of things that's going on. You might need to slow your life down. You might need to take a step back and evaluate so many things and just chill. But I went and traveled these different places. I was never fully ready to take that chance. And me telling you this right now, if it's certain things that you just don't truly feel ready to take chances on, that's when you need to truly take the jump. Otherwise, it's going to stay in your head. And when you're thinking about it and you're rambling on, you're going to see somebody doing it on social media. You're going to see somebody doing some of the things that you wanted to do or that you kind of like aspired to do. And now you're going to be comparing. And that's what you don't want to do. Every time I look at social media now and I see somebody doing something and I'm like, man, I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to dip into that. And I'm kind of thinking deep on it. That's when I know like I need to be taking more action. There has to be me taking more action because I shouldn't be thinking about these things. I should be getting after it myself. Being afraid and being fearful that things won't work out is truly going to hold you back because you never know what outcome you're going to get. I remember when I was in Greece, I was talking to this chick from China. And this chick from China was telling me about, how she felt about her life, how she sees her life. And I was just rambling on about how decisions in my life, how I make decisions in my life. And she's looking at me like I'm crazy because it's like this dude is doing so much thinking, like just make a decision and go with it. When it came to decisions, I felt like I was always like debating between two things. And I was like, yo, like I got to make this count. Like if I go this route, I got to do this and I got to do that. And it needs to turn out like this. It might be the perfect move for me. And truly, I don't know that. In my head, I'm thinking that way, but I truly don't know that. Like, I have to see how things work out ultimately. And when she told me, she was like, we don't know the outcome. You just have to take your leaps and you have to make a decision. We don't know if that will be the perfect decision, but you have to find out. Another thing we need to understand is that life can be short. And it's not in a dramatic way, but it's just something to think about, It's like some things that happen in your life, they happen fast. And you can probably explain that to me. Like you could tell me a story and I'd be like, dang, one season of my life was like this. And now this next season is something completely different. I'm on to doing this now. And you know how fast things can happen in a blink of an eye. I remember when I graduated from university, it was like I was stocking shelves for a minute. Like I was stocking shelves and it was like I didn't even belong there. I was talking to like older people and they was like, bro, you graduated, you did all this stuff. And like, why are you here? Like you need a promotion? I'm like, I just got here. Like it's just certain things I'm not ready to deep dive in. Like I was taking such a slower pace and I was trying to do so many different things at the time because I wasn't truly always going to be set on one job. Like I wanted to do so many different things. So at the time, like I was working, I was creating for a YouTuber, I was editing, I was doing some different side gigs with the camera. I was really just on my creative stuff. Like I wanted to create. And I believe like that made me feel so fulfilled at the time. Yeah, I had to deal with the sucky odd jobs, but at the time, like that didn't really bother me. And now me telling you this, I could tell you like that was a season of my life. And if I didn't have that time, like to work those weird odd jobs or like bottom of the barrel, like for me graduating, I felt like that was like lower. But at the same time, like I used that experience. Now I can understand different perspectives. Somebody working at this job here, say if they just flipping burgers or they working at a grocery store, I understand like where they coming from. Like I did that. I was doing some of that same thing. I was doing the same thing. So I understand like how it feels. And I could tell you that each season of your life is gonna come with so many different lessons. So in a blink of an eye, everything can truly change for you. Now, as far as you making certain decisions that will propel you in a different direction or that will speed up things in your life, that's really all up to you. It's like life will give you what you fight for, or life will give you what you just settle with. So when you think about how fast life is and different seasons of your life could be, like you got to think about you don't want to have certain regrets. Like you don't want to have things that you're just still sitting on or you felt like I just wasn't ready at the time. Like, do you want time to keep passing by and you continue to tell yourself like I truly just wasn't ready for this? Like nothing's ever going to be perfectly formulated for you to just start at something. In my head, I truly want to be remembered for the chances I take, the impact that I make, and some of the biggest risk, me not living by the typical script. I never really felt like I wanted to live by that typical script of, get married, get job, have kids, get a crib. Like at the time that I'm at, like the time I'm in right now, I just don't feel like that's for me. There's other things that I want to accomplish. There's other things that I want to do to make an impact or to just learn and continue to just broaden my horizons, expand my perspectives on so many different things. Recently, I just started living with more intention. And when I started living with more intention, truly expressing how I feel and kind of just being free, being me. Once I feel like you can just be free and be you, you start diving into things that you seek interest in. And you start just not truly caring about what the outside world thinks. And you're kind of on your own road, your own path. And once you get on your own road, your own path, there's nothing nobody can tell you. Like, you are going to feel like you can fly. And I feel like once you're in that flow, like that state of just feeling like you can fly, it's like you come up with some of your most creative ideas. And those things, like I say, they won't come unless you do take the risk or unless you do take the chances on yourself. That true belief in yourself is going to take you such a long way. Time will continue to go, and the version of my life will not look the same in the next couple of years. So when you think about it that way, you really have to take the chances. Do those things because it's literally all up to you. Like, nobody's going to hold your hand. Nobody's going to push you off that cliff. That's going to be you. So if you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect move, you really just need to stop and do it. Take the action and just make things happen. See what comes out of it. Because like I say, time does not wait for anybody. And one day this will truly all end. So really take that in. Like, it's been like a blessing to continue to create and continue to just put things out there, because I don't know who truly is impacted by messages or who truly watches these videos. But at the same time, I'm just blessed to be here and to share my experiences and to kind of be like my own digital journal, something that I can always look back on, or something that people I know can always look back on and see the lessons I learned, the growth that I did, and some of just the big chances that I took.